us on another week of ClubCast. Every week we're looking for people who are in the community, people who give back to the community, boys and girls clubs in specific because it's a ClubCast, but we're looking for people who are really out in the community and it's about the citizens. Today I have the distinct honor to have Mayor Linda Hudson of Fort Pierce. How are you, Mayor Hudson?
I'm very good, thank you.
Well, I remember the first time I came in your office, and I had a lot to talk about, and you listened to me, and you just sat intently and just listened. And I told you I had all these different ideas about Boys and Girls Clubs, about the community. I love the kids, I love what's going on. And the first thing I was impressed was the fact that you listened to me, and you took out the time, and you always have citizens wanting to talk to you, so thank you for that.
You're very welcome.
So, I just a couple questions. One is, why do you do what you do for Boys and Girls Clubs?
Well, one of my favorite parts of the job is being with young people because they're refreshing and they're honest and they don't give you a hard time like sometimes older adults do.
Yes.
And they're eager to learn. And so the Boys and Girls Club has been a fun project for me. I really, and I appreciate you. And I got to know your predecessor, and then when I got to know you, I feel like one of the things I've learned as mayor is how to gauge if somebody's the real deal or not.
Right.
Because a lot of people talk a good game but don't necessarily deliver, and I believed from the start you were the real deal.
Well, I appreciate that. You know, it's awesome and fun, and I use that word awesome on every set because I only bring awesome people to interview. And, you know, I know we get the opportunity to sit in front of council, and you guys are the real deal. You guys care about your city, and you care about your kids. There's been many times that I've brought kids to your office, brought kids to see the city manager, all of the county, all of the council, and a lot of your staff, like they're really engaged.
Yes, they are.
You know, it's funny, and I know you were there. Tell me a little bit, you know, we had that whole the Infinity Center, and like the city really got involved in that. And I talked to several people. I mean, you guys have plans for a park at some point.
Yes.
They did some shrubs up front for us. You just did a lot of things.
Yes.
Why did the city get involved with Boys and Girls Clubs?
Well, that was so important, that particular club, and making it viable and making it, because I was in it before it was fixed up.
Yes.
And it needed a lot of attention. And so once we realized that this was going to happen, we wanted to be a part of it, and we wanted to make that neighborhood better. And Nick Mims is our city manager, and he has imbued in the staff to be committed to the community and committed to young people. And he really, you know, it starts at the top, and he knows I am, and I know he is, and the rest of the staff knows that we're committed to young people. We're really committed to making Fort Pierce a better place, and we try to do it every day.
Well, that's amazing. You know, Nick Mims is a board member.
Yes.
And he does a great job. I call him all the time. I know as a city manager, CEO of a city, one thing I can tell you about him and your staff, they never look stressed. They're always, I'm not saying they're not stressed, but they never look stressed. They always look like they want to do the next big thing for the city.
Yeah.
And so we are.
It's true.
It's just an
I hadn't
awesome
thought about that, but you're right. It's a fun place to work. It's a fun. Now, I don't stay there very often. I try to be out in the community because my job isn't in City Hall. It's out in the community. But you're right. They don't seem to be stressed. So they're having a good time at work, but they're not playing. They're working hard, and they're dedicated to the city.
That's right. Well, Mayor, I want to give an opportunity to you to talk about some of the things that are coming up in the city. I know there's always something going on. I wanted to tell you this, the park that's right next door to our Infinity Center,
Yes.
it's being utilized a lot.
Wonderful.
And so we see lots of families, lots of kids out having a good time. So
Yeah.
thank you for your support on that park
Sure.
as well. But tell us a little bit about what's going on in the city, whatever you want the audience to know.
Okay, well, but back on the park, I want to tell you one thing. It was young people who came to us and said, we want to improve that park. It was our youth council. So I said, well, do you know who owns the land? They were like, gee, no. I said, well, find out who owns the land and then go to them and ask them. It turned out to be the Fort Pierce Housing Authority.
Wow.
And I said, you go to their board and ask them. And so that gave them a great experience in
That's right.
presenting to our commission and presenting to the Fort Pierce Housing Authority. So what's going on in Fort Pierce? Gosh, Fort Pierce is on the verge of something big, I believe. And it's been there before and didn't quite make it. So we hope this time is the charm. So we're going to have a Highwayman Festival on February the 16th along Morris Creek. We have the State of the City scheduled for February 12th. That's never been done before by a mayor of Fort Pierce. So we're 118 years old this month.
Wow.
And so that will be at the Sunrise Theater. It's free. And we have 7 acres in downtown Fort Pierce that people are vying to build and develop. And one of them could be the railroad. So we could have a train station in downtown Fort Pierce. And we have Causeway Cove Marina on the island that's really hopping with a lot of events. I think you've had an event there.
Yes.
Yeah, and it's a beautiful marina. And the Sunrise Theater, we're revitalizing that. Indian Hills Golf Course, we've just revitalized. We have a new golf pro there, a manager, Danny Visconti. Everybody loves him. Everybody loves that golf
That's
course.
awesome.
We're lots going on in Fort Pierce, and it's a great city and a safe city. And it's my hometown, and I want everybody to love it like I do.
Well, man, you said something that was important as you kind of going through what's going on in Fort Pierce. And I said to you, every once in a while they're having a good time. Like, nobody seems stressed. Well, it comes from the top down. Mm-hmm. So you don't stress them so that they feel stressed. You allow them to do their work, and it shows by all the growth that's happening in the county, and the city, rather.
Thank you. Yeah, I think so. We have a good team in place, and very energetic and dedicated to the city.
That's awesome. Well, it's been my pleasure to spend time with Mayor Hudson this afternoon. Thank you for joining us, and we hope to see you soon.